Alright guys, Papa Pepper back once again on the Abundant Harvest Homestead, here today with my oldest son, Monster Truck, and we're taking care of a few things before I've got to go to work. With the recent hard frosts and freezes that we've had, a certain amount of things in the garden are dying or dead. There's still plenty of stuff like our collards, our kale, the goji berries, other stuff that's just doing its thing and persevering through these weather changes, but a lot of stuff is dead and gone now. The cool thing is that we try to view everything as a resource here. So whatever it is, it's something that we're going to use. And the neat thing too is it's almost like a fight to determine where we want to use it. One thing that we have is, here's some of the dwarf tamarillos. Our animals like to eat the leaves from that. Here's some dried corn stalks. Our animals like to eat the leaves from that. So one thing that we can use stuff like this for is animal fodder. As we produce more and more in the years to come, what I want to do is take a lot of it, dry it, hang it up, maybe in the top of our mini barn. I plan on putting some stuff over here, or we can just drive it and save it for the winter to kind of supplement the amount of hay they're going to be eating. We're not going to have enough stuff for them to eat all year round growing from our pastures and on our property. So if we can save stuff that was produced during the summer and fall and use that as a supplement to add in with the hay, it'll stretch the amount of hay that we're using and drop our cost. So animal fodder is one that we're definitely going to use. There's a number of things as well that we can give to our rabbits, which we use for rabbit manure, and some of the other animals too, that then they can enjoy different things that come from our garden. Another thing is we've got these HUGEL mounds we're building, and as you're building them, you're still adding a lot of stuff to the interior of the mound. So if it's not something I'm going to feed to the animals, I can take it and just toss it on top of the mounds. I toss them on whole and don't really put a lot of effort into anything other than ripping out of the ground in the garden, telling the kids, hey, go toss this on top of the HUGEL mound. And then as we kind of finish them up, it'll all be down in there, breaking down, decomposing, heating up as well, but creating some rich soil for us to grow in years to come and a really nice large raised bed. And then we're also making compost because a lot of this is just various organic material. So if it's not something that's so thick and hard to chop up, that I'm just going to throw on the HUGEL mound. If it's lighter, smaller stuff, I'll take it and just kind of dice it and chop it up a little bit and start breaking it down so we can add it to the compost. And then we'll use that to, of course, be amending our raised beds or building new raised beds over time, but finding a way that we can just use it all, a way that it makes sense, and something that can bless us for years to come, because all of this is resources. All of this is good things that we can use in our property. It's just a matter of evaluating what it is, what are the potential uses, and then what is the best use for it at the moment. A lot of people in the city, I know, with their yard trimmings, their branches, their dead trees even. I mean, here we can use that for firewood or other things. A lot of people just put it on the curb and get rid of it. A lot of times when the garden dies at the end of the year, all that stuff's thrown on the curb for the city yard cleanup to come pick up, but you can break that stuff down on your own. You can at least compost it. Composting is very easy, a very good way to turn whatever you do got into something you'll want. Don't throw away all your garden scraps, all of your dead plants at the end of the year, and then go buy soil from the store. Take that stuff, get 4 free pallets somewhere, put them in a little square, fill it up and sit there and turn it and let it go. So it's just, although a lot of our growing stuff is done at this time of year, it is a very special and cool time of year because we kind of get to evaluate the resources. We kind of get to see all this stuff that's going to be invested in the next year's growing season. So we got a lot of work to do. We're going to get back to that. Why don't you go feed the sheep, and I'll just shoot a little bit of video of us putting some of the stuff in different areas. Papa out.